was that?
Well, everyone, it's that time of year again, when the ghosts come out, the vampires drink, kids get a new set of cavities, and I review something spooky themed because we all love Halloween. Unless you're one of those Catholic Karens who loves to ruin the fun because they dress up as monsters every day of the year, but I digress. This is the time of year for pumpkins, skeletons, candy, whatever the fuck this is, and of course, really bad movies involving monsters. That's right, there's no shortage of these kinds of films, and a number of them are already on my list. So, I wonder what we're looking at today. Actually, I know exactly what we're looking at today. Actually, that's a lie. I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at because somebody doesn't have a life! Somebody that apparently has too much free time on their hands considering they're no longer in Star Wars. Gonna start looking like this if he doesn't get a new life soon. You know I'm right! But, you've seen the title already, so you know what we're looking at today. Bigfoot Vs The Illuminati is a real thing. It's one of those dirt poor films that was made by like 10 people. It came out on October 6th, 2020 because, 2020 wasn't bad enough. It honestly looks like something that would air on the Sci-Fi Channel once, and then just disappear before eventually being rediscovered in the $5 bin at Walmart. Actually, that's a bit too kind. Dollar General sounds more appropriate. Damn! I tried to find whatever information that I could about this film, and all I could really find was one single IMDb review about it, and it's a startling 10 out of 10. This is what it says. This is literally the best movie ever conceived by mankind. This is truly the greatest achievement by any film studio. Some might even say it's bananas. The Godfather has got nothing on this masterpiece. But also, I've never watched this movie before, so it's an instant classic 10 out of 6. And it was written by Poopy Fart Bum Bum. 2 people found this review helpful. And I was the 3rd. So yeah, a movie made by like 10 people with a budget that could barely afford a Lunchable. Clearly this is gonna be some like underrated masterpiece made by people whose talent has just gone completely undiscovered up to this point, right? Right?
Nice. Very nice. Aluminum composite, ceramic composite, carbon composite, titanium alloy. Swanky digs you allies got here.
I'm starting to think that reviewing IMDb was trolling. Bigfoot Vs. The Illuminati is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I've seen Elf Bowling the movie, A Troll in Central Park, the animated Titanic films, the animated Titanic TV series, Dragon Ball Evolution, The Room, you get it. If I wasn't too busy with stuff like the Land for Time sequels, the direct-to-video Disney sequels, Toxic Fanboys, and now the Don Bluth films, I probably would have seen more of these kinds of films by now. Maybe this is God trying to protect me from myself, but I guess he decided for once, I need to learn a goddamn lesson. You could tell literally everyone that worked on this film was just truly incompetent when it comes to filmmaking. From the animation, to the writing, to the directing, to the acting, to the just plain existing. This movie is one of the most incomprehensible stories I've ever heard. So I'm gonna briefly sum up the story of this film real quick. Pause the video if you need a breather. I would. So, here we go! So we're in the year 2044 and humanity has basically destroyed itself and the earth because, well, of course it has. The Illuminati is made up of an alien race called the Archon who want to wipe out humanity because, again, of course they do. So the Archon goes to Egypt, which is not just destroyed with the rest of Earth, and summons the Egyptian god of death, Anubis? Anubis pretty much blesses the Archon for some reason because I guess he wants humanity dead as well? Okay. Meanwhile, humanity is being led by a princess who's named Callie Divine? That's the dumbest name I've ever heard! Van Helsing is a clone, by the way. Yes, Van Helsing. This Van Helsing has a clone named VH who now lives in this time and no one really questions it at all. Again, okay. Along with the Archon, there's also a robot named the Exterminator, which is just the Terminator. They literally say so.
Kiss my furry ass! 1984 code, it wants its Terminator back.
Who wants to destroy our life because, of course he does. A random alien shows up to help the humans, and then she blows up. Then the princess tries to pretend she cared.
Verona! No! Pull back, allies! Retreat! There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Just getting a little workout while I can. 3 months in a T-Wing cockpit's hell on the joints.
Tell me about it. I flew the T-Wing under my father when he led the Allies.
You don't say.
You'll have to come into my cockpit and find out for yourself, mister.
I might take you up on that. I love a girl who can fight.
You don't fucking care, you do.
Of course I do care.
You don't give a shit.
So VH decides to find a friend who can help them. It takes 25 minutes in this hour and 15-minute film for Bigfoot to show up and start fighting the Illuminati. Also, it's not exactly clear if he's living on Earth or some other planet. Like, they say Bigfoot goes to other planets somehow. So... Bigfoot also speaks like he's a member of NWA. Like, what the fuck?
I'm the guy who had your back against the Cromulons in that saloon fight a couple years back.
Right. Yo, I'm bad motherfucker, VH. Swanky digs you allies got here.
I'm just going to draw a small amount of blood from you.
Blood? You in what army? You try to prick me, I'll rip that helmet off with your head still in it, cocksucker.
We'll just snip a bit of your hair.
Come at me with snips, and I'll ram 'em up your ass sharp end first, geek.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called niggas with attitudes.
Is this racist? I'm white, so I don't know if this counts as being racist or not. So the doctors try to experiment on him, but he refuses. Oh, by the way, did I forget to mention that fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are the doctors for humanity? Yes! This Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know why either. The angry video game nerd is having a spasm somewhere. I can feel it. So Bigfoot runs away and gets into, I want to say a fight, but it's literally just some flying and 2 random explosions.
You talking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, so I must be talking to you, gorilla.
Gorilla? Who the fuck you calling a gorilla? I'm Bigfoot, motherfucker.
My brain hates my eyes for seeing this.
VH fights some Archons, I think, and the princess then proclaims that she wants to fuck his brains out. I'm dead serious.
Return to headquarters. I want to fuck your brains out.
You what?
I want to fuck your brains out.
You what?
I'll brief you when you get here.
Aye, aye, madam.
Meanwhile, Bigfoot suddenly just appears in a room full of Archon with no fucking explanation. They make a joke about the animation being so shitty because the mouths don't move, like that makes it okay.
1 minute, I'm in a spaceship battle with some scrap metal clown, and the next, I'm jamming up your armchair.
This means you're in grave danger and saved your own life with self-willed teleportation. You are strong with the lamp of invisible light.
You what?
Hey, how can I hear you when your mouth ain't moving?
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it.
So get this, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde create a chip that can allow VH to teleport, and it also enhances his sexual prowess. Guess what they do with it in the film?
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
So Bigfoot somehow makes it to Egypt because the movie just likes having things happen without any logical explanation. So either the movie was too lazy to actually animate him getting there, or just plain didn't give a fuck.
You don't fucking care, you do.
To use a term from your vernacular, go fuck yourself.
Fuck me! How about fuck you?
Bigfoot tries to talk to Anubis about his deal with the Archon, but it goes completely nowhere, making this whole interaction just completely pointless. Oh, but I'm just getting started, motherfucker. I'm just getting started. So, because the sex VH and the princess had was so hot, the fucking sun god Ra shows up to say, dude, nice. I'm dead serious.
Was she good?
Good. She was incredible. I mean, technically she was my first, but it was everything I imagined and more.
Don't let your kids watch it!
So Ra, inspired by VH's amazing sex prowess, decides to help the humans with their fight. So instead of asking to simply kill all the Archons, the princess asks to teleport the leader of the Archon to their ship, because I guess she herself also got her brains fucked out. I don't know. Goddamn.
You stupid.
But as it turns out, it was all a trap, and Ra was actually working with the Archon because I don't know. Shit, maybe the world is flat after all. Maybe Trump was a good president. Maybe Christopher Columbus didn't discover America after all. Wait, he didn't? Wait, he really didn't? He never stepped foot in America. Oh. Oh shit. Shot this joke right in the foot. So Bigfoot comes back and is teleported with them, but then proceeds to run down the hallway like a crack addict on his way to get his next fix. And steals an Archon ship. And with the help of another random alien that just shows up, they blow up the Archon mothership, forgetting that VH and the princess were on it. Oh, but it's okay because they escaped. Just like that. I swear this movie has the brain of a fucking mashed pumpkin. Or that of Liam 198. Okay, I'll stop. So Bigfoot becomes part of the Alliance, and that's pretty much the whole movie. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that the Executioner was just defeated completely off screen as well? God, this movie was something else, wasn't it? Where the fuck do I even begin to talk about this film's sheer incompetencies? I mean, I guess I could talk about the animation, but why bother? Literally anyone with eyes can look at this and see how ugly it is. It's embarrassing. This movie's animation is so horrible, it actually makes Food Fight look like How to Train Your Dragon in comparison. At least with Food Fight, a movie that was supposedly destroyed through industrial espionage, at least had some color variety, as opposed to this film's dark, gloomy nature that makes Fan 4-Stick look like a coloring book. The models in Food Fight at least have unique designs. You can tell everyone apart from each other, for better or for worse, as opposed to this, I can't tell who the fuck anyone is. We never see the humans' faces, so I have nothing to truly latch onto. Just an empty shell with no personality or character. Yeah, say what you want about the characters in Food Fight, but at least you remember what they look like. At least you remember them to some degree. You know your movie is ugly as fuck when you're looking at Food Fight of all films, and then you give it the, well, at least it got that right treatment. The models are the most stock, boring, lifeless character designs I've ever seen in any animated film. It literally looks like they may have just downloaded these off some weird website somewhere. Now, as a matter of fact, let's do some digging. Would you look at that? $40. For $40, you can make your own fucking Bigfoot movie. Jesus Christ. The mouths don't move, the settings are dark and indistinguishable from each other, sometimes the frame rate just drops.
For arousal of Aleister Crowley again. I call to thee, come to me to reunite once more.
I can never tell exactly where the hell we are, because the movie never seems to give any information that would make that obvious. Is this Earth? Are we on Earth right now? Bigfoot lives on Earth, but it's hinted he's left Earth before. How would he do that though? Does he have a spaceship? No, because VH had to come and pick him up. Did he crash? I don't know. The movie never bothers to explain things that are important to fucking know. There is literally one scene where Bigfoot just fucking pops in the frame, and it was just, honestly, it was the funniest thing in the world for me. I could not stop laughing to save my fucking life.
Well, if it isn't the infamous Bigfoot.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
It's Bigfoot! It's fucking Bigfoot! And Bigfoot just literally popped into frame! I'm not even kidding! Just out of fucking nowhere! Oh my god, are you serious? The fight scenes are practically non-existent in this film. First of all, you can never tell which side is which. All you see is just starfires flying through space, and that's about it. You'll see like one, maybe two explosions if you're lucky, and then it'll just end before it even began. It's rather embarrassing to be frank. There's also a lot of scenes of just nothing happening. The movie will just reuse the same shot over and over again, rather than create something new, and on top of all that, we'll just have the characters say pretty much the same thing over and over again in different ways, just to elongate the film and give it more runtime.
I am loyal to your allies, and we will fight by your side to the last. And in this war of wars, you may count my people among your numbers. Where you fight, we fight. Where you win, we win. And where you die, we too will gladly lay down.
Alright, I get it! Oh my god, just let the The movie will constantly try to make jokes about its clear, low budget, but they're not really jokes. They're just pointing it out, like how the humans never remove their helmets, or why the aliens never really move their mouths.
Test? What kind of test? And how come you people never show your faces? I'd like to see who I'm talking to.
Which just points out how bad the animation is even more. Look, you're not blind. You can see what I see, right? Animation is another fucking train wreck. And again, I know this film had a small crew, but shit, if VisiPop can get a crew together and make some amazing shit on YouTube, then surely this crew can do something better in 2020. It's gotten a lot easier to make amazing animated projects in the modern age. I know animation is tough, but still, the fact that these people went to a fucking website and just downloaded their fucking 3D models just says it all for their professional animated movie that they charge people money for. The script also feels like it was written by a 12-year-old. There's tons of unnecessary swearing and sex jokes that just really take you out of whatever story the film's trying to tell. There's a whole entire subplot where Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are working on a teleportation device, but then they switch it to a chip that will allow VH to teleport at will when they put it into his brain. Of course, VH never uses this chip for that reason, but is then told that the chip will enhance his sexual prowess. I'm not even kidding.
But one unintended side effect may be enhanced sexual prowess.
Sexual prowess?
You'll fuck like a beast.
Oh my.
I love how the princess was also like super hesitant to allow the procedure to happen because it could lead to VH's death, but then, once they hear about the sexual prowess, suddenly she's all like,
I want to fuck your brains out.
You what?
For someone who's so dedicated to saving humanity, she seems to have her priorities somewhere else. It's not really funny, and they have really no connection with each other whatsoever. There's literally no character to Princess Callie Devine anyway. Literally every word that comes out of her mouth is pure exposition about things that you don't give a fuck about. She keeps bringing up her dad for no reason, her friendships with other aliens for no reason. None of it ever ties in with any part of her character. Not her relationship with VH, not her fight to stop the Archon. Fucking nothing. Frankly, all she really is just a piece of ass for VH to hit by the end of the film.
You're one sexy princess, you know that?
Oh, and speaking of ass, there's quite a lot of it in this film. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of respect that though. I'm starting to think that the people behind this movie wanted to make a porno involving Bigfoot and aliens, but since they didn't know how to animate without it looking like this, they decided, let's just do some Star Wars shit instead. Oh, so you want to try and do the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy? What we're capable of. Got it, the new trilogy, on it. The aliens, I can barely understand half the time. They have these annoying filters over top their voices to try and make them sound more extraterrestrial, but it just sounds really annoying. And on top of all of that, the actors are just trying to make their voices sound either more deep or more high-pitched than they normally do.
If the date on this screen is correct, I haven't had a blowjob in 3,000 years! And who's going to suck my dick with me looking like this?
Don't fret, Alistair. I'll find a devoted Archon who gives great head.
I prefer if you tweak my nipples while you use that word.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
Also, yes, that is an alien with a Russian hat on, and his name is actually Joseph Stalin. I don't know why he's named Joseph Stalin. It's just more absurdity this film has to offer.
Comrades! Archon warriors! Commanders! Virgin men and virgin women!
Огонь на подавление! Враг сзади по левому флангу! Они обходят нас с тыла! Перезаряжают! Прикройте меня! Они подходят к нам с тыла! Противник на северо-востоке! Противник! Северо-запад! Противник на юге! Они атакуют с юго-востока! Замечен противник на юго-западе! А я прикрою второго! Не дайте выжившим сбежать!
Look, it's really hard to talk about this film in a sensible way because, well, it's just not a sensible movie. It's very clear the people behind this film didn't really care about making something smart or clever. They just wanted to make something juvenile, stupid, and mindless. And when it comes to what they were trying to do, I think they succeeded phenomenally. This is one of the most batshit insane films I've ever seen, and frankly, I had an absolute blast watching it.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I don't want to watch it anymore. I don't want to watch the movie anymore, guys. I don't want to watch it anymore. I don't want to watch the movie anymore. I don't want to watch the movie anymore. I want my mommy. This is easily on the same level as The Room or Cool Cat Saves the Kids in terms of a so bad it's good experience. When a movie with so much incompetence is made in such an illogical way, the only thing you'll end up getting out of it is a beautiful disaster. It's stupid, it's nonsensical, it's ugly, it's possibly racist, possibly sexist, illogical, and despite all of this, I kind of loved every second of it. So yeah, despite how terrible Bigfoot Vs The Illuminati is, I actually kind of recommend you guys check it out. I don't recommend drinking games though, because you'll probably be dead before the first 10 minutes are up, but for a movie your friends can all get together to make fun of, this might be a good time. So for this Halloween season, this movie might just be creepy enough to blow your fucking mind. But seriously, I can't imagine these people ever making anything else. I mean, seriously, could you imagine?
Aleister Crowley, the true scourge on the living.
It seems every time I try to get out, Illuminati pulls me back in. What a strange, strange trip this life is.
You're the one aiming to destroy our Illuminati! Donald Trump!
Call me Trump.